Alright y'all, back again with another video. This time I am reviewing the Mafex Superboy from the Return of Superman line. He released last week, Friday, I believe, April 25th or so. I ordered him from Amazon Japan. They shipped in DHL. Got charged for him last Friday. I received him Monday, which was crazy because I ordered stuff here domestically in the United States and from the postal service, and I will get stuff days later, maybe a week or whatever. But with DHL, I get my stuff in a couple of days from a foreign country. But that's crazy. This one came from Amazon Japan. Generally, I order multiple figures when it comes to Mafex and other toy lines, just depending on the character or what I'm trying to do with them. This one came from Amazon Japan. The other one I ordered was from HobbyLink Japan, and as some of y'all know about the tariff situation, HobbyLink Japan is not using DHL anymore for shipping to the United States. That was my go-to. So he's shipped last week, and he's stuck in the postal service in Chicago, I think, or whatever and stuff. But I was supposed to get him yesterday, the 30th. Today's May 1st. I'm recording this, and he's still somewhere in Chicago. Snail mail, I guess. But anyway, long story short, I know y'all want to hear about that. So he's here. It's a figure I've been anticipating for a while. He was solicited last year, I believe January 2024. He's had multiple delays. I think he was supposed to come out like late last year, but you know what, Mafex, delays are part of the game with them. But he's been delayed multiple times, so he's finally here. Here's the package. You can see on the back different portraits, and don't know if you can see that clearly, the different head sculpts. She came with a smiling head. He's got like a little stoic / but it's not, if you know Superboy, 90s Superboy, he's arrogant kid, but anyways, enough of that. Okay, let's get him out the package. So I will see you in a bit. All right, here he is out the package. He without the jacket. Don't know if this is a brand new body. It probably is, because some of these on the figure sculpted like these straps on his boots, the strap on his thigh, the wrist thingy on his wrists, they're not sculpted. You can take them off. So I believe this is a new, completely new body. The S shield is sculpted. That's probably why this figure took so long. They kept delaying the figure over and over because it's a lot of sculpture on it. I don't think this figure will be able to be used for any other character. This belt is loose. This is typical 90s, with the straps and everything. I'm surprised he doesn't have any pouches. This is my Superboy because I'm a 90s child. This is the Superboy I grew up with. I know some other people, they grew up with Superboy when Clark Kent was Superboy during the Civil Age, and of course, Crisis of Infinite Earth, or however, you know what I'm saying. He was retconned, and then this came about when Superman was killed fighting Doomsday. He was cloned using DNA from Superman and Lex Luthor, and so here he is. He goes by Connor Kent. Here's his head sculpt. That's a more serious head sculpt. He's got the fade. It's sculpted, which is cool. I thought it was going to be painted. This is the standard head sculpt on the figure. Let me get the other head sculpts real quick. Because with this head sculpt, this one with the shades, that's pretty much how Superboy has always been portrayed, drawn in the 90s. With the head sculpt or with the glasses, they cannot come out. You could probably take them off, but why would you want to? I don't know if you can see under that, but his eyes are painted, but the glasses are glued on. They don't come out. Like, if you want to try to take them off, you can, but why would you want to do that? And there's the other head sculpt. This is the angry head sculpt. As you can see, I really wish he would have came with a smiling head sculpt, you know, with, you know, the spot. This one's like kind of smirking, but kind of a little arrogant, cocky little smile, but not really. I wish he would have came with a smile. Seems like they don't want to give Superman and Superboy smiling head sculpts. So here he is with the angry head sculpt. He can't really look up. He can look down this much, but can't really look up. So get him in the flying pose. You're not gonna be able to do that. Get this other head sculpt. So yeah, not gonna be able to get in this, how far it goes up. It goes down this much. Double jointed arms. You know, this high. He can kick his own ass. Can kick up this high. So the typical Mafex articulation. He comes with multiple hands. They spilled all over here. And of course, a lot of Mafex figures, they come with these little plastic little thing to hold them. So he gets the flight hands. As you can see, he's got gripping hands. As you can see, he has the thumbs up hands. And he's got these two grabbing hands. And of course, the hands on this hand. And then the jacket is like a pleather material. You can see the S logo on the back. It's a pleather material. I'm gonna take the hands off. Ooh, damn. My bad about that. And I kind of wish he would have came. The jacket I wish would have been just a sculpted jacket, because I'm afraid that, you know, this jacket will tear up based on the material eventually. I mean, generally with Mafex figures, I don't play with them like that, like a domestic toy. So I'm not necessarily gonna worry about him, like, you know, breaking bit the. So here's the material. I'll get that hand in a minute, or that so let's just see how he looks with the jacket on, which is kind of, so he looks okay. Doesn't really hinder movement too much. I mean, I know probably some third-party guys will probably come up with a jacket that's, you know, better material, but that's the only thing that I'm afraid that will happen, is this jacket will come apart, the material, because it's a pleather, it's not real leather, pleather material. But yeah, there he is in all his glory. That's pretty much how he's always been portrayed, you know, wearing the jacket. So I'll probably keep him like this. Whenever I do get the other Superboy, he's gonna go in my display, and which, you know, one of them will go in my display. So, all right, so I'm gonna do some comparisons, and I'll be right back. All right, here he is with his father, or clone. You know, Superboy's a clone of Kal-El, cloned by Lex Luthor with DNA from Luthor and Superman. So, Superman, he's a little bit taller, not too tall. So this one go perfect. This, of course, is the Hush Superman. So technically it wouldn't go in this line, but I mean, because when Superboy made his debut and Superman came back, you know, he was wearing the recovery suit, which, speaking of recovery suit, here he is. And this figure is an underrated figure. This recovery suit Superman figure. I see a lot of people, they get this figure for a custom base, but, you know, it's a good figure. And Actually, looks like he's taller than, yeah, he's definitely taller than Superboy, but he's actually taller than the Hush Superman, which I'm surprised. They don't share the same body, this body and Kal-El, the Hush Superman. But there you go. As you can see, he stands taller than Connor. So that's figure. Then we got Steel from Return of Superman, and definitely excited to have these figures. As you can see, Steel, he's taller than Superboy, as he should be taller, because John Iron is wearing the suit, so we can do the whole storyline with the different Supermen running around when Superman was presumed dead. But yeah, here you go. Then we have the Eradicator. This figure came out earlier this year. I think it was February came out. So as you can see, he's much taller than Connor. Then we got Cyborg Superman. Oops. And McFarlane Toys is just they came out, or not, hasn't came out yet, but they're coming out with their Cyborg Superman based on his classic look. So I collect multiple lines, so I'm definitely gonna get that figure. So as you can see, he stands taller than Connor. Right. And this is kind of a left field. This next figure I'm gonna put for display. This is the Mafex Black Adam from the movie, and this head sculpt is, don't know if you can see that properly. It's a custom head sculpt I got off of eBay either last year or 2023. Because whenever this figure went up for pre-order, I'm like, I'm gonna get it because I want him to be a kid-bashed comic Black Adam, because I don't think we're gonna get a Black Adam comic base from Mafex. So as you can see, he's taller as he should be. So there you go. Sorry about that. All right, so what other figures we got? Got the Nightwing, Dick Grayson from Hush, and they're close to the same height, which I know Dick Grayson's not supposed to be super tall, but you would think he would probably be a little bit taller than Connor, because Connor is supposed to be a teenager, but here we are. So there you got Dick Grayson and Connor Kent, Superboy. And we got SpiderMan. Which Spider-Man is this? This is the authentic, it's not the CT Toys. This number 185 Spider-Man, and they're probably about the same height. So there you go with that. But I think in the Marvel vs. DC crossover back in the 90s, or it was like they did like a one shot of like Alagam, or how do you pronounce it? And I think Spider-Man was merged with Superboy. I can't remember, but so that would be cool if we got a figure. I doubt it's gonna happen, but that would be cool if we got a figure like that. We don't have his figure yet in Mafex. He's coming, hopefully this year, but doubtful. But here you got Tim Drake Robin from the DC Universe Classics, and as you can see, Connor is taller than Tim, which I think they're supposed to be around the same age or so, but I guess you can kind of fudge it. But this figure is like almost 20 years old, so we're supposed to be getting Tim Drake Robin my favorite Robin, the best Robin in my opinion. We're supposed to be getting him in November, but knowing Mafex, we probably won't get him this year. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we do get this Robin this year. So there you go. Here you got Connor. This is from DC Universe Classics, or their signature line, I think. This is Connor's, I want to say modern, because now he's wearing a costume that's similar to this costume, but it's different. But this is what he was wearing in the 2000s, made famous in the Young Justice cartoon. This is, yeah, he's taller than Connor. Well, they're both Connor, but he's taller than that Connor. So there you go with that. Let's see what else. Here is DC Universe Classics Lex Luthor. This is his Silver Age look, early Bronze Age look. I had him custom or kick bash Lex Luthor with a suited body and a different head, but can't find it. He's somewhere around, but so yeah, there's his pops. Then we got he was just lying around here. This is a Banshee from the most recent Marvel Legends wave. He was just lying around, so I just picked him. This is on the Bucky or the Vulcan body, so this is the standard body. So as you can see, Cassidy is taller than him. But most Marvel Legends will probably be a little bit taller than Mafex figures. So there you go. I don't think they interacted too much, but here is the, get him to stand, I'll just hold him. Here is the McFarlane Death of Superman Doomsday figure. Came with the 2-pack, came with the Superman battle damage. So as you can see, towers over him. Here's the Storm Collectibles Doomsday from the Injustice video game. And yeah, he towers over Connor like he should. And there's another figure that I had lying around. This is a custom 90s Catwoman figure from the Nightfall storyline. It's the DC Essentials Catwoman. And the lower legs are from Shriek, the Marvel Legends Shriek. This figure is essentially done. It's just I'm trying to figure out what to do with the arms, because you can see the arms are so long. But it's kit bash, so she can fit in more with Mafex and Marvel Legends. So just see how he compares with a female figure. And then last but not least, we have the old DC Universe Classics Superboy from almost 20 years ago. As you can see, he's an old figure. The pin joint, so it's loose, gummy. So I can retire this figure because I got this figure now. But yeah, and it's just amazing how far we've come. I mean, from with action figures, because this was the best Superboy 90s Superboy we had, and now we got this one. So he's taller. So yeah, there you have it. So thank you for watching my shitty review. Excuse my language, but of course, I'm not a pro at this. Shout out to all the guys who do this. D Amazing, Shartimus Prime, Book Nice, Dan Who. All the guys out there in the community. So yeah, I like this figure. Definitely recommend getting him. Like with all Mafex figures, I recommend getting the figures as you can, because they sell out, and then once they sell out, they go for over a lot of money on the secondary market. And with the tariff situation, figures are going to go up in price. So try to enjoy the hobby as much as possible. Hopefully things get worked out. and we can enjoy our toys. But, well, the tariff stuff is bigger than toys. I'm not trying to get political, but it's bigger than toys and all stuff because things are going up. So, but this is a part of my hobby. I enjoy it. I mean, it's kind of getting harder to enjoy it, but overall, stay positive, guys. Thank you for watching. Like, dislike, share, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all watching. Peace.